Hey guys, we've got a massive development. This is huge breaking news. Allegedly, or so it's being said, MJF, the AEW superstar, probably one of the biggest, if not the biggest star over there at the moment, or should I say self-made AEW star. Well, he did not show up, allegedly, for a fan meet and greet. And it appears he didn't make his flight to Double or Nothing. They've got the major pay-per-view getting ready to happen, Double or Nothing. And it is being reported that possibly he ain't coming. He ain't showing up. He's just not going to be there. This is what's being reported. And if this happens, sucks for Wardlow. Wardlow is freaking a beast right now, getting a major push. And, that was the big match that I think a lot of people was looking forward to, was Wardlow and MJF. That was the match of Double or Nothing that I think now, if that ain't happening, oh my gosh, sucks for Wardlow, sucks for AEW fans. And if MJF really is like Dunskies and he's like, man, screw this, then WWE will be having open arms, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? So sucks for AEW, but good for WWE, man, because I would love to see what MJF can do in WWE personally. That being said, it sucks for AEW, but I think WWE could definitely use some more freaking star power right now. You know what I mean? Some major star power people who can just get it done on the mic. Killer promos, the whole nine. MJF is a beast. If there's any AEW self-grown talent that I personally would say is someone I love, it would be MJF. MJF is freaking dope, man. He's like freaking just a beast. Now, allegedly, this is all over money. And him and Tony Khan haven't had the greatest relationship, allegedly, as of late. That's what's been reported, things like that. But it's really about money. And I think really what it's all boils down to is MJF, when he first signed his 5-year contract with AEW, he signed it probably for, not much chinga, because they were new. They didn't have the chinga. They didn't know if it was going to work. There was a lot of unknowns when AEW first started, right? Now, look at MJF. He's a big name. He's a big star. He's probably in the top 5 of the biggest stars in AEW right now. And that includes everybody. I'm talking about, Kenny Omega, it includes freaking Daniel Bryan and everybody else who from WWE has gone over there to help booster the, roster over there. At the end of the day, though, look, I got to say that there's two ways to look at this. Some people are going to side with MJF. Obviously, some people are going to side with AEW because people are going to be like, well, yeah, look, he's got a contract. And if he's signed this contract, then he's committed. And once the old contract finishes, he'll get a new contract. He'll have an opportunity to get paid the bigger money. But for now, he signed what he signed. He's stuck. You got to live with it. But then there's other people saying, yeah, but look, like, he's freaking pulling in the numbers. He is the man over there. He deserves to be given a raise now. And that's just like in any workspace, right? In any workplace, I think a lot of people can have expectations, if they're killing it, to suddenly get a bigger bonus or a contract raise in the middle of, get a raise, in the middle of whatever's going on. I think a lot of places, and yeah, this happens. So I guess there's two ways to look at it. Me personally, it's kind of like a Sasha and Naomi situation, in the sense that at the end of the day, but you've got a contract and you've got a commitment that you've decided and agreed on. You honor that or what? But then you go, but the talent's not happy because they feel like they're not getting the respect on their name that they deserve in whatever capacity that is, right? So it's a very interesting thing. There's two ways to look at it. Potato, potato, and potato, potato, right? At the end of the day. But I am not surprised. At the end of the day, this is what happens when, you sign a contract early days for chicken scratch, probably. It wasn't that much money. Could imagine it not being much at all because he didn't have the drawing power that he has now. And then now look at him. He is the draw. He really is. I think he's definitely, to me, in AEW, he would be my favorite guy, like literally probably out of, matter of fact, out of anyone. I really think he's worth the investment. So Tony Khan could avoid this, freaking squash whatever beef and just throw tons of money at him. If he knows he's going to have to do it in 2 years or a year, however much time is left on his contract, he might as well do it now. Otherwise, if he loses MJF in the same year that he's lost Cody, I don't think it's a good look for AEW, regardless of what the reasons behind it was. But obviously, it's going to become a freaking thing where a lot of people are going to be like, yeah, why don't we just go over and get the big money that WWE will give them? You know, if they're a name, they're going to get the big money. MJF is one of those guys who will be okay. You know what I mean? He will get the big money if this AEW just freaking drops him to the curb or whatever. But I don't see AEW doing that because I don't think AEW, you know, look, AEW, I don't think they have the kahunas that WWE has, because WWE is WWE, you know, they're the king, whether you want to admit that or agree with that or not. The facts. They've been around the longest. They're the main, you know, promotion out there. They can drop freaking the big names as they've done. We've all seen that. It sucks. A lot of people left and none of us are happy about that, but it's happened. But they can do that and be fine. Whereas AEW, they lose Cody, they lose freaking MJF. Who do they lose next? You know what I'm saying? They keep losing these top guys. I don't think they can freaking water, you know, kind of. I mean, look, they can survive. I mean, obviously the cons are billionaires, but what I mean is, you know, they can't just, they don't have the ability, I think, to be super gangster about it and hard cutthroat like WWE. Like WWE, for example, look at Sasha and Naomi. They're huge stars, but WWE is like, boom, you guys are off. Boom, we're just gonna freaking just cut you loose, like you're suspended indefinitely, just like that. Boom. I don't think AEW, Tony, I don't see him doing that. I just don't see him having that type of, I don't want to say kahunas, but you know what I mean? I just don't think he's in the same position as WWE to be able to be that cutthroat and hardcore about it. I think he will be forced his hand and that he will succumb and work out something with MJF. That's what I think will happen, especially because of MJF's, again, status in the company. He's like, if I was Tony Khan, I would not want to see him end up in WWE. And knowing that he's already been talking about going to WWE, you see what I'm saying? I'd be like doing everything in my power to prevent it from happening. I'd give him the big bucks. But we'll see. We'll have to see how this plays out. It depends how much this will be testament to how much Tony Khan really does value and appreciate MJF by what happens next. It really will. If MJF is at Double or Nothing, that means that freaking Tony freaking got on the phone, freaking worked out something ASAP, freaking worked it all out. If we don't see him, that means that he didn't. And that means, in my opinion, he probably doesn't freaking value or appreciate him as much as I think he should. But hey, to each their own. We all got opinions on this. We'll have to see what happens. Apparently, allegedly, I mean, you know, this is the facts. That's what's happened. And yeah, we'll just see what plays out. I'll keep you guys posted because I'm very interested in this one. And I didn't talk about the Sasha and Naomi thing on the channel because by the time I was going to make a video on it, the news had been out for a while. And I was like, well, you know, already this being a new wrestling channel, if I don't catch these things early, my chances of people scrolling down and finding out about it probably diminishes. This is pretty fresh news right now, so we'll see what happens. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you're new, hey, subscribe, join the fam. We'd love to have you. I'll catch you on the next one. As always, remember to promote fullest, keep it off tap. I'm out.